Objective 5, perform operations with fractions. Multiply fractions. A over B times C over D is equal to A times C over B times D. Dividing fractions, A over B divided by C over D. We take the reciprocal of C over D and then change this to multiplication. So that's going to equal A over B times D over C. And we can also cross cancel if we wanted to in these examples. Now, adding or subtracting fractions. Number one, we rewrite each fraction so that they have the same denominator. Easiest to use the lowest common denominator, the LCD. Number two, we add or subtract the numerators together and then keep the same denominator. When working with fractions, make sure that your final answers are in lowest terms. Definition: the lowest common denominator for a set of fractions will be the smallest denominator so that each denominator in the set of fractions will evenly divide into it. So let's take a look at examples here. For the fractions below, find the LCD, the lowest common denominator, then rewrite each fraction so that it has the LCD as its denominator. So the two fractions we have here are 2/3 and 1/9. The LCD is equal to 9. So if we take 2/3 and multiply the numerator by 3 and the denominator by 3, we would get a denominator set of 9. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. For 1/9, the denominator is already 9, so technically we'd have 1 over 1 times 1/9. Well, 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 9 is 9. For part B, we have 5 over 6 and 3 over 4. So the least common denominator between 4 and 6 is 12. So if we want to rewrite 5, 6 with the denominator 12, we have to multiply 6 times 2 and also 5 times 2, which gives us 10 over 12. For 3/4, we want a denominator of 12 again. So 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. So therefore 3 times 3 is going to give us 9, which is 9 over 12. Let's take a look at the next fraction here. We have 2 over 5 and 5 over 8. So the LCD between 5 and 8 is 40. So the new denominator is going to be 40. So 8 times 5 is going to give us 40. So therefore 8 times 2 is going to give us 16. For 5/8, 8 times what's going to give us 40? It's 5. So 8 times 5 is 40, therefore 5 times 5 is 25, which gives us 25 over 40. For part D, we have the number 3 and 1/4. Well, the 3 is the same, it can be written as 3 over 1, and the denominator we want is 4. So 1 times 4 gives us 4, and 3 times 4 gives us 12, so that fraction can be rewritten as 12 over 4. For 1/4, we just multiply the numerator and denominator by 1 to give us 1/4, because the LCD for part D is 4. Now for 3/8 and 1/6, the LCD between 6 and 8 is 24. So therefore, 3/8, 8 times what's going to give us 24? It's 3, so 8 times 3 is 24, and 3 times 3 gives us 9. For 1/6, 6 times 4 is going to give us 24, and 1 times 4 gives us 4, and therefore there's our fraction there. For part F, we have 7/9 and 5 over 6. We want to find the LCD between 6 and 9, which is 18. So 7/9, 9 times what's going to give us 18 is 2. So 9 times 2 is 18, and 7 times 2 is 14. 5/6, 6 times 3 gives us 18, and 5 times 3 therefore gives us 15, so it's 15 over 18. Example, we want to perform the indicated operation by hand. So if we have 3/4 times 5 over 8, we cannot simplify anything here, so we can take 3 times 5, which gives us 15, and 4 times 8, which gives us 32, so the answer is 15 over 32. The next example is 5 over 9 and 6 over 15. Well, 5 goes into 15 3 times, so the 5 becomes a 1 and the 15 becomes a 3. And the 6 and 9, we know that 3 goes into both of those numbers, so 3 goes into 6 2 times, and 3 goes into 9 3 times. So in the numerator, we have 1 times 2, which is 2. In the denominator, we have 3 times 3, which is 9. In part C, we have 3/4 divided by 5/8. Since it's dividing, we need to take the reciprocal of 5/8 and turn it into multiplication. So it becomes 3/4 times 8 over 5. And now we need to simplify. Well, 4 and 8 have 4 in common, so 4 goes into 8 2 times. 4 goes into 4 1 time. So 3 times 2 is 6, and 1 times 5 is 5.